To those I say the following: what do you have to lose by trying something new like
This is Mr. Fix on the Honda addressing a problem which I know a lot of you guys might be encountering. I'm about to share this free information. If you have a Honda that's experiencing any of these two symptoms, the reason why I want to give you a very simple answer to it is especially for most Nigerians who are still very far away from knowing how these things works. So it can be very beneficial to you, you know. So have it stuck right there inside your mind. Sometimes I wish I could be able to teach you guys how to fix car easy problems that you might come across every day or most times in a Honda or Asian cars, because some of those parts they don't easily go bad on some of the European cars, but they do on VW. I've seen it a lot, and when that part go bad, the car will start making a lot of mess. Now if you have a Honda, let's get to it quickly. If you have a Honda, be it 98 model or 2000 model, 2003 model down to 25 model, I think it's also going to extend to 2015 model. I think that's one of the main reasons why I would prefer Honda prior to Toyota, because Honda give pretty much a very good detailed information, just almost like VW but not half of VW. So I still look at them as simplified technology just like a Toyota, but Honda, I prefer Honda electronics compared to that Toyota. Sometimes it's oversimplified that even when you put your scan to there, it might not even give you a very good relevant code to knowing exactly what the problem is. So you're right, this video is for most of you who doesn't have scan tool, who are trying to do it yourself, or who took your car to a mechanic, maybe far away from my own garage, to bring it down here in Abuja, and you've been struggling to get the problem solved and you couldn't be able to solve it. Okay, now listen very carefully. If you have a Honda and you start the car, it starts very fine, but when you try to rev it up, or maybe when you're driving on the road, you start seeing the car shuddering and it won't rev past 2000 RPMs. That's a certain problem. Alright, now if you still have Honda, maybe newer models or even older models, and you drive sometimes and it will erratically rev very fine, and sometimes it will not rev very fine, or it's just stuck between 3000 RPMs, it's a different problem entirely. But notwithstanding, the two of the problem can be very frustrating, that you end up thinking that it could be a bad ECU, it could be a bad fuse, it could be a bad relay. I think I did watch a video on the internet when I didn't have a scan tool, trying to solve a problem like that previously for someone, and one of the video I watched on the internet pretty much wasted my time. At the end, the information it gave never solved the problem, so I didn't like it, because even before I become a mechanic, it gives me joy to just help people fix their problem, especially car. Some kind of a car enthusiast that really like that. But now that I'm into it and I pretty much am good at whatever I do, it still doesn't hurt me to give people a very good information that can help them, especially where they don't have money, because all hands are not equal. That's the reality, guys. So now if your Honda doesn't raise, it doesn't rev past 2000 RPM, Nigeria is going to call it raise. So, and most often time they often associate that with a raising sensor. What I call raising sensor sometimes is, either the raising sensor or a starting sensor is still the same thing. That's what I call it. Now what I call starting sensor is CBK, and that's the same sensor they call a raising sensor. Now another sensor, but in ideal situation that's not a problem, because I've witnessed a guy who have this kind of a problem, and at last he said the mechanic have changed the raising sensor and still the problem persisted, and that's when someone recommended me while in Abuja here to bring his car down to my garage so I can be able to get it fixed. So I was actually having a very busy time working on Highland that very day, so I couldn't attend to. I told him to bring it down to my garage so I can be able to do multitasking and see how I can be able to get it done. So I hook up my scan to it. Very good. If you didn't get it, you rewatch the video. If your Hyundai 2000 model or down to 2009 model doesn't rev or raise above 2000 RPMs, that's causing shuttering when you're trying to overtake a car in a highway. What you're gonna do right there is, if you don't have a scan tool, you should get the throttle body out. Check what I call throttle body. Nigerian call it injector mount, but the real name is throttle body. So within the throttle body, you have two problems which you need to solve right there. First of all, I've seen it on Hyundai and it's having the same thing. I almost about replaced that throttle position sensor before I decided to just it just dawned on me that there is no filter in our car, so the idle air control valve could be faulty. So first of all, you need to use a cap cleaner to flush the idle air control valve. It's gonna solve you, it's gonna save you a lot of money instead of going to buy a new one. Then if you do that, don't go yet, you are not done, you are not out of the woodwork yet. Then the next thing you need to do is, you see this guy right here, the description which Honda gave to it can be a little bit confused. Scan to, you should be looking for P2646. That should be a rocker arm oil control valve, which is behind your alternator, right there behind the alternator. You should search for it. Is P2646. That is a common problem with your car not raising past or not revving past 3000 RPM. Then as for the other one there, I think I might have deleted the code because this code is a different thing entirely, but I did rescan it second time just to be sure. And okay, the other one which you need also to address when you're having this issue, like I said, is P0507. I repeat, P0507. So what the description which they gave it, which is correct, is idle air control system higher than expected. All right, so this the first code which I didn't call here is for your throttle position sensor, and the second code which you're gonna be looking for is for your idle air control valve. But before changing your idle air control valve, you should get it flushed very well with a cap cleaner. I think it's gonna save you a lot of money when you do that, and sometimes 8 out of 10 is gonna turn out good. It's gonna get the system back working. So if this helps you to fix a problem, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and drop me a comment of thanks below this description. And I gotta catch you guys later. Bye for now. Stay safe. I wish you the best of the day. Bye for now.